And let's start straight away understanding when is the best time to visit the Tuscany. And to be honest with you, Tuscany is really an all year round destination, which means you can visit any time of the year and you're gonna have a fantastic experience, although it may be different based on the time of the year you visit Tuscany, of course. But let's start with my favorite season to visit Tuscany, which is spring. And personally, I really love to visit Tuscany in May. That's when I have a mild temperature, so it's easy and comfortable to walk around Tuscany, both the countryside, the towns and the villages. Moreover, there are not as many tourists around, especially if traveling during the week. So you can experience even the major destination with not as many travelers, which is a great way, I think, to see Tuscany. The drawback of visiting Tuscany in these months is that the weather can be unpredictable, which means if you have a bad spring, you may end up with a week of rain or the colder temperatures. This is quite unusual, I must say, especially in the last few years, but it may happen. And then comes summer, with a more reliable weather, which means you're gonna spend most of the holiday under the sun. However, especially in July and August, temperature can go up quite a bit. So visiting destination during the day can be really tiring. Another drawback, of course, is that the summer is the peak season for visiting Tuscany and generally speaking Italy, which means you will have plenty of visitors and travel around, especially in the major destinations like Florence, Siena and Pisa. The great thing about visiting Tuscany in summer is the fact that you can also think about spending 1, 2 or 3 days along the coast, where you will have amazing beaches, especially in the southern part of Tuscany in the Grosseto province. And then comes autumn, which is another great season. I really suggest to visit Tuscany, because especially in late September, October, this is the harvesting time, and that's where you will find in plenty of villages local festivals about wine, about oil, so you will have a great opportunity to mix with the locals and to taste the new wine coming into the market. This is also when some of the wineries organize special dinners, which is a great opportunity to visit amazing places like castles or big villas. And then comes winter, which is the coldest season in Tuscany. This is a great time, in my opinion, to visit the major destination. I'm thinking here about Florence, about Siena, about Pisa, for example, because this is the time when you won't experience as many travelers around. This is the lowest season of Tuscany, and that's also when the accommodation will be least expensive, so you can find amazing bargains around. Of course, the drawback about winter between December and March is the weather can be really unpredictable. You have more rain and it's gonna be also colder, with possibly some snow in the mountains and very rarely snow in a destination like Florence and Siena, but that's absolutely rare, especially in the last few years. And now let's jump to subject number 2.